In 6.1, they'll usually be given a probability distribution and then asked for some combination of mean, standard deviation, and variance. So actually the process for this is exactly like the one in chapter 3 with the group data, except that you don't need to calculate a midpoint for the group data. So you'll go to stat edit, and in L1 you'll put the x values that are given, and in L2 you'll put the probability. So, and then that probability ends up being the frequency, what you're weighting each number in L1 by. And I've already put those numbers in there. So then it's going to be stat calc and one-var stats. List is L1, frequency list, you have to put in L2 again by doing second and then number 2 for L2, and then calculate. And so then depending on what a particular question asks for, you'll get the mean here. It's always going to be population standard deviation, and it doesn't even give you a number for sample, so nothing that you need to know there. So population standard deviation is here, and if it asks for variance, they're going to have to do the thing again where they would take 1 point, take it out to 4 decimal places, so 1.3213 squared to get the variance. The other things in this section, there's not really any particular calculator function for them. They're mostly just like ability to read a table like this. So for example, if it says p of 1, you're just reading the number p that goes along with the x value of 1. So it's 0.2. P greater than 3, they need to know that greater than 3 doesn't include 3 but does include 4. So it's 0.2. Or in this case, if it said greater than 1, you'd add up the values, the p-values under 2, 3, and 4, and so on, different kind of combinations like that. And then the only other thing that they might be given here is where they're given the raw values of number of hours and frequency, and then they have to construct the probability distribution. There's no calculator shortcut that I'm aware of to do this. So it would just be for 0, you take the frequency for 0, 113, divided by the total, 1673. And then you just need to manually do the division for each of those. And then after that, there's going to be other questions about the probability. So that covers all of section 6.1.